All right, Pintastic has now finished, and as we did last year, we're finishing off with Gabriel D'Annunzio. We're in the what was the VIP room. The last machine is ready to be turned off. Oh, to be fair, we turned it on for the interview. And Gabe, it's 10 a.m. I just woke up after leaving this room at 3:30 in the morning and going to bed at 4. And I don't know what time or if you went to bed.
No, I went to bed at 3.
So, whoa, boy, was that early or late for you?
That was the latest night for me. Pretty much every night was 2:30. I gotta close the free play room and then have security here so I can leave.
There's still about a dozen machines waiting to be taken away from the free play room. You have an easy dozen or more that have to be packed up here. So you're gonna be lifting heavy stuff till 2 in the afternoon easy.
Yeah.
So what did you think? Third year? To me, it seemed a lot more crowded and a lot more busy.
Yeah. How do I look? Do I look tired?
You look a little tired, but you look good. You look good.
I think every year gets easier, and from here on out, it's just going to get busier and busier, and I'm going to be busier and busier. And you know, the team's going to get bigger and bigger, and everybody's going to have to step up to make it what it is. But I think that my team, I had a great team this year and last year, and they just stepped up to cover all different areas and made it easier for me to just put out fires and run the show. So.
And that's the thing a lot of people forget. Everybody's here playing, having fun. But when people are playing and having fun, there's somebody who's making sure the machines are working, making sure there's no problems, making sure, there's someone who people are constantly running to put out fires, and that someone is generally you.
Make sure that the air conditioning is working. Make sure that the lines of the kids aren't intruding on the vendors. Make sure that the vendors are happy. Make sure that the food gets delivered at the right time. Make sure that the vendors, the speakers get announced before an hour before their seminar. Make sure that the auctions and all the schedule is very, very tight, especially on Saturday. It's one thing after another. I have no time to do anything except for follow the schedule that Dave Marston put together. It's tough.
Now, do you get a chance to play any games at all, or do you?
I played a few games this year. The biggest thing in my show is that I get to hang out with my friends, talk to people, and it never gets old when someone comes and shakes my hand and says, "Great show," and we're coming back next year, because that's all I got.
But that's what it is, though. It's a lot of work by yourself and a lot of other people, and all of us who had a good time here owe you a debt of gratitude for first starting the event, and now keeping it going as it got bigger. And I noticed a lot this year, a lot of more families, a lot of mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, and whole families coming. And it's really becoming more and more families, which is a good sign for this and pinball.
Yeah, that's what I've always envisioned from the beginning. Bring in the families, bring in the kids. Get them familiar with the face painting, the balloon animals, the character artists, and they know all that stuff already. They know that it's awesome. Brought in the fire show this year, and the yo-yo guy, and he did that was great outside. And they come for that, and then they see the pinball, and they play the pinball, and they love the pinball, and they buy a pinball machine, and they become a collector, and the kids grow up loving pinball, and that's how we grow the hobby, and that's what I've wanted to do. That was my biggest goal from the very beginning, and it's happening.
Well, there's a lot of pinball sold. There was one gentleman that I interviewed at the beginning who had brought 15 pinball machines, and he's going home with 5, I believe. At least he was going home with 5 when I talked to him last night at 10 o'clock, and he didn't know if... And others who have sold a bunch of pinball machines, and he used those to buy another one of the newer ones, like Dialed In over here.
Yeah, we were overflowing. The free play room was filled to the gills and was overflowing into the hallway and into the vendor hall on Friday afternoon. It was unbelievable. We had so many games this year, and the collectors really came out for the show this year, and that's what makes the show great. I mean, people supporting us like that. So. They come to sell the games, but they bring quality games too. You got to have quality games for people who want to play, or else it's just it's just a junk show and nobody wants to come. These people, the people, especially the people that are new to pinball, if you sour them with a game that's not working, they're not going to want to get into the hobby. So you got to have some nice stuff there.
So you've got we'd say another 4 hours of work putting all these games away and so forth.
Yeah, I'll break everything down, get into the truck, bring it to my house, put it in the garage, and just leave it there probably for 2 weeks.
And then just forget about it all until you get the rest back. And plus, you have your regular real life to take care of too.
Yeah, I gotta go back to my real job. So.
And I know the feeling. I am due to report into work in 12 and a half hours.
Believe it or not, I get excited to put them back up, clean them all up, see what needs to be fixed, and fix it, and then move on to the next thing. This game will be going on location at the Game Underground.
And where's the Game Underground?
In Natick, Mass.
Oh,
At the mall in Natick Mall, Game Underground. We're going to put the dialed in there, see how it does. It's going to be the only one on location in all of New England.
So now it's funny because my son and I both got a chance to play it a few times. I had one of the high scores when I went to bed last night. I don't know if I still do, but we never got a chance to play it together, which was a little bit of a shame. But the lines were just incredible. We played a lot of Aerosmith. We played a lot of Lord of the Rings. We played a lot. And he brought his head. A lot of these, what a lot of people don't realize is there's headphone jacks. So my son we put on the headphone jacks and we're playing Star Trek, The Next Generation, and so forth. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
I put headphone jacks on from Pinnovators on a lot of my games,
and it comes in handy when there's so much other sound
around.
around.
So many games and so much noise, you can't hear the games when you plug in, put the headphones on it. Then it's the beauty of it.
Okay, now there's a comic strip running behind on this game, and I never realized that there was a comic strip that was with it too. Of course, the game was never idle long enough for the strip to come up.
Yeah, when they announced the game in Chicago, I was right there in the front row, and Jack came over, gave me a hug, and then they announced the game. I played the game. I was the first one to play this game at Expo when it was announced, and they gave out a comic book there to everybody in the room. So it's based on the comic. The comic book is part of the theme. You know, they're trying to promote the theme of the game. So.
All right, well, Gabe, I'm going to let you get back to your work because I'm already taking away a lot. But on behalf of everybody who came down here, thank you so much. We're looking forward to seeing you again next year.
Yeah, next year, July 5th, 6th, and 7th.